Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Teesha, and today we're going to do fresh blends. Today we're going to talk about blends that were just super beautiful in both candles and body care. Now a lot of these were, I always say happy accidents, meaning I was just trying to use up some products and I was using them in conjunction with each other. Sometimes I was using that random generator, but I did end up making some really nice scents, so I thought I would share them with you. So we're going to jump into the body care because I don't have as many, and then we're going to talk about the candles that I blended together and made some really nice scents. So hope that's interesting to you. Let's just jump right into it. So my body care blends really did come from my Project Use It Up for the spring. So a lot of the scents that I had tried not to stick to just shower gels this Project Use It Up. So I had a ton of mists. So as we know, our mist lasts a very long time. So a lot of my scents that I've backed up, loving packaging and what other reasons, I was like, I do not need all of this. So I was really using them with reckless abandon, meaning, spritzing multiple times a day, making sure I had them on hand because, I leave the house a lot. So it was just a little bit more intentional for me to plan to take them with me so that I could use them up. So some of these are going to be seen again in my Project Use It Up or my empties for the month, but I pulled them all together to tell you about the blends I made either on purpose or as an accident. So let's start with the first one. This was kind of the one that kind of started the list, got my creative, thoughts going, and it was a mix of these two mists, which actually was also a hand cream, but I cannot find the empty right now. I hope I still have it, but I had decided to use up the strawberry pound cake in the faceted because I bought it and I had like 2 or 3 other versions and I thought that was silly. So I immediately threw this into a Project Use It Up. I'm happy to tell you that it is completely gone. I used up this entire mist, but you'll hear more about that in the Use It Up. As you can see, the first month I had turned it upside down because these are really hard to mark and I'd only used this much up. By the second month, I had used up everything but this amount and now it's completely gone. So it's doable. I don't saturate my clothing. I had that comment that said, are you walking around with like wet clothes? No, but I put it in my hair. I'll put it on my jacket. I take it with me and I refresh throughout the day. So it was easy to use this up. I know another bunch of you had said that you don't really love to walk around smelling like gourmands. I will tell you that when I wore this, I just had people really complimenting how good I smelled. They didn't necessarily think I was like sweating pound cake or anything like that. They just said, I really like that vanilla fruity perfume you're wearing. So it wasn't like straight up like someone thought I had spilt pound cake on me. It was more just this delicious whipped cream strawberry scent. So I do like to wear gourmands. They do not bother me. But some people don't really love that. So you have to love a gourmand to love this mix. But I had a hot cocoa and cream hand cream in my pocket of my work. We wear like little work things with pockets, so I can put little things in them and the kids don't get distracted. So I had a hand cream in my pocket because we wash our hands a ton. Inside we wash our hands to go outside, we wash our hands to come back in, just, to keep down on the germs with everything going on. And this is actually a brand new mist I grabbed because I couldn't find the one. I think it's in my car. It's about half used for my Project Use It Up. So this is just a backup I had, but I decided to start mixing these together when one day I was wearing this and I was, using the hand cream and I kind of go up on my arms and then I could smell both the strawberry pound cake and the hot cocoa and cream. And it does just make this delicious, like chocolate covered strawberry scent. And then that whipped cream and marshmallowy scent from this one just made it even sweeter. It was really good. You guys, I got compliments every single day when I wore this combo. I used up this entire mist. I'm working through the other mist. I'm almost done. And the hand cream's gone. So that tells you how often I was choosing that as my scent because I really liked it too. It just smelled really, really pretty. So that one, if you have those 2 scents in your collection in any form, if you have an old hot cocoa and cream from a Christmas collection, or you grabbed these minis this year, you can mix them up. And I'm telling you, it gives you the most delicious chocolate covered strawberry scent that I don't really have a perfume, but I was using, I think it was the Ari by Ariana Grande that has the strawberry note. Or was it the Thank You Next? The Thank You Next has the strawberry note. I was mixing that too to give it just even a little bit more. But that alone was strong. It lasted a long time. Strawberry pound cake lasts on me. So enough about that. But that is a really good blend. If you have the products in your collection, give it a try. Okay, the next one, I was going for like the effervescent fruity drink. And I started using a mini set of champagne toast. So I have the spray here. It's about here. I may not finish it by the end of the project, use it up, but that's okay. I've gotten through a lot of my minis by putting them in the project. And we just got recently this firecracker pop. And when I'm telling you this was an accident, I had used this that morning just because I got these new ones. And even though I do have a project use it up going, I do like to use some of my new stuff from time to time. So as you can see, I've already put a little dent in this, just getting it like a week ago. But this is a delicious, juicy red cherry, fresh citrus, and berry scent. And then I had these in my pocket for work. So I was refreshing this, and I'm telling you that the raspberry and the tangerine and the champagne scent that comes from this was mixing so well with firecracker pop. So most of us have this in our collection, or we might be thinking about picking it up for SAS. I know that they're offering this in minis, which is going to give you plenty of time to use for the summer if you don't feel like you need a full size of it. But this is strong and this is strong. So this mixed together made this very like fruity drink scent, and it was so good. I really don't regret mixing them. Now that I know I have this in many forms, I can mix it in with this and make my own little cocktail scent. So you'll probably see this again in the summer project use it up because I like it so much. I might as well throw it in there. But if you have never tried to mix champagne toast, if you're just over it, we've had it forever, firecracker pop mixed with champagne toast smelled so good. So there's that. Okay, another one that I did, I kind of keep some in my bathroom from the project use it up. So I had a set of this raspberry sugar because if I'm being honest, this didn't end up being a favorite. I'm super happy that I picked them up in the minis. I have the lotion here somewhere too, but I have the little lotion and this. And as you can see, it's almost gone. I have, a little bit left to go. It's sort of sweet, but it's kind of not sweet enough for me. It doesn't last a long time. So it's just a raspberry scent. Now, raspberry sugar and champagne toast mix just as well. I didn't put it on the list, but these mix because this gives it a nice like champagne scent. This enhances that raspberry. It's just not overly sweet. So I was actually mixing these two together. So this is pink watermelon. Now this is the more floral watermelon scent that we've got. It's juicy watermelon, pink petals, and dewy aloe. But with the raspberry, it mixed very nice. It just gave it like a little bit more of a fruity presence. So the watermelon's really strong in here, but it really mixed well with the raspberry. So I was actually using this with the lotion because I'd already gone through my pink watermelon lotion. It was gone. Then I started putting in the mist too, just to use it up. But I don't know why this one doesn't seem strong to me, but I could still smell that raspberry mixed with this pink watermelon quite nicely. And again, I didn't have it in the shower gel form, so I just mixed in another pink watermelon. So it was heavier on the watermelon than the raspberry, but if this is a scent that just didn't do that much for you, you may want to consider kind of mixing it in with something like pink watermelon. I think this would even go with firecracker pop. Champagne toast is another one. So I don't know, like maybe this was everyone's favorite scent and it's just me, but this one was just okay. So I really like mixing it to get my use out of it. So I thought I'd share that with you. And then the last one I mixed raspberry sugar with, because again, I've constantly been trying to find something to mix with it because it's just not a scent that I want to wear by itself. And I haven't even found a perfume that I love to wear it with. I mixed it with hot cocoa. Now hear me out. I don't really do this, but I have seen it where like if you make a smoothie, you could add like a cocoa powder, which is really what you get from hot cocoa and cream. You get like this Swiss Miss packet. If you open it and you smell it, that's what you're getting from this with a little bit of like, that marshmallowy whip scent. It mixes really well with raspberry. So this could be like a flavored hot cocoa kind of thing, or like a smoothie, where you're using like cocoa powder without that like gross protein undertone. The raspberry mixed really well with this. So again, if you want to just add a little something fruity, this one isn't overpowering. So it just gives you like a hint of raspberry. These two worked really well together, raspberry sugar and hot cocoa and cream. Now these are not available. This is probably one of the only collections. You can't really get pink watermelon right now. The other scents you could go pick up right now if you wanted to try it, but this is really for those that are trying to use up products in their collection. This is a very easy way for me to do it because they work so well together. Okay, last but not least was a fresh scent. I had a full endless weekend. I had only marked it to about here last time. and I wanted something in the body mist to use with this. And so this has notes of summer mandarin, blue coconut water, and vanilla sandalwood. This is a nice, sweet, fresh scent. And so I actually mixed it with magnolia charm. This has notes of dewy pear blossom, blooming magnolia, and fresh cedar. And I'm telling you, this was just sweet and fresh, and there wasn't really that much fruit, but you get little bits of sweetness from the mandarin and then the pear blossom over here. This worked really well. I was actually super impressed with this. It's really helped me use up my magnolia charm mist. I have another in this weekend I just threw right into the shower, but I was able to use this up for my project, use it up. So this was a delicious fresh scent. And the coconut water is just like mellow coconut. It is not creamy. It doesn't take over. And it mixed just fine with that like fresh cedar scent, kind of sweet floral that you get from Magnolia Charm. This worked really, really well. So those were all kind of happy accidents from my project Use It Up. And now let's move over to the candles. So for my candles for the fresh blends, these are in no particular order. I just kind of threw them together. And when I liked something, I wrote it down and then I kept burning it that way. Sorry, it's like end of the day hair, just kind of a little like, you know, ratty and looks like a clump or whatever. So let's start with this blend. This is one I just actually recently did. I am trying to get through my Goose Creek candles because, you know, I'm just taking my break. I don't collect them. So every post burn, you see a couple in there. These were I was saving towards the end because I seem to have best luck with the colored wax from Goose Creek, but I don't know that there's anything to that. They just seem to give me the least burn issues. I'm having that experience so far with these. As you can see, I'm about halfway and they haven't gotten too terribly gross. So I am happy with these, but Watermelon Bubblegum from Goose Creek was one of the first candles I fell in love with. You guys know I like these goofy, weird scents. This is so authentic to gum. Like it has that powder sugar kind of outer coating. You get just a little bit of watermelon like you would with a flavoring versus it being the straight up fruit. A lot of the powdered sugar and then just that bubble gum, you know, essence is in here. Love this scent, but I wanted to pair it. So the first candle that I thought to pair it with was pink watermelon. I thought, let's just really amp up the watermelon. And boy, did this really do so. So if you don't have this in your collection and you do still order from Goose Creek, this is actually a pretty safe candle. I've burnt this like 2 or 3 years in a row. I've never had any issues. Even the single wicks are pretty good in this one. I've been thinking about getting some more wax melts, but I want to try a few other brands first. So again, I'm going to stay on my break, but this watermelon bubblegum scent is one of my absolute favorites from Goose Creek. But mixed with pink watermelon, this just gave it more of that like Jolly Rancher bubblegum. I mean, it smelled like a candy shop in here. It was really nice. And like I said, this throws pretty well on its own, but mixed with pink watermelon, there wasn't a closet or a bathroom or the garage that didn't smell like candy when I had this going. So that's a pretty strong scent in my book. I also mixed in with those two a jungle lemonade. Now this is just a little bit of fruit. I couldn't even tell you, like I can't pick out the fruits, but there seems to be some lemon from the lemonade, maybe blueberry or berries in general. There's not really like a fruit punch scent to this. It's mostly just fruity with the lemonade. So you really do get a lot of that tart, sweet lemonade sugar scent in here. So it worked really well with that powdered sugar coating from the watermelon bubblegum, but it also mixed really nicely with the Jolly Rancher scent, you know. This just really worked for like a fruity scented lover. It was a powerhouse and it really lingered in the air and kind of left mainly watermelon and lemonade and bubblegum. Like those were the three things I could smell. The powdery sugar of the bubblegum, kind of like your carefree gum, but mixed with watermelon. I really got that Jolly Rancher tart, makes your mouth water, but it's also so sweet and good. And then I really got a nice lemonade with these. So I'm excited to finish these. So far, so good on the burn, but that was a really good blend. But I had already started pink watermelon, and what I had also mixed with pink watermelon, which was kind of interesting, was beach weather. Now, the notes on these are juicy pink watermelon, sugared strawberry blossom, and lime zest over here. And on this one, we have sandalwood, island coconut, breezy palm trees, and crashing waves. I did not do this on purpose. I was burning this in the living room and I was burning this one in my bedroom, but because they're both a really decent throw, they were mixing in the middle. And I was getting like the candy, like almost like a fruity drink type of thing mixed on the sunny, warm breeze, you know, like you're sitting next to some water, but it is like beach water, not like a cold lake or whatever, or a river. I lived by a river most of my life, but this is more warm, earthy, beachy, kind of waves. So then I thought, oh, this kind of seems like a mixed drink on a beach. Like that's really what this gave me, instead of just like I'm eating a Jolly Rancher in the sun, you know what I mean? But with this one being so sweet and fruity, it mixed really well with this one being a little bit of coconut, but it isn't like sweetened. It's just kind of tropical mixed with those earthy scents. So I don't know how this worked. You know, you're thinking like watermelon and sandalwood. It wasn't that. This one was just giving a sunny, beachy day. And then this was just giving like a fruity drink. So this really worked together. I was surprised, and it was a total accident. They were just burning in different rooms. The next one I did try was this one. This is a set of 3. And this was all, you know, part of my burns for the week. So this was easy. These I was burning together, but I decided to add a candle. So I had Enchanted Peony going from Homeworks in the kitchen. And the reason I did end up lighting a second candle is because I'm very hesitant to burn these over 2 hours. So I burned it for a little while, and then I kind of changed out the candle. At first I had Spring Has Sprung going in the living room, which is lilies, dewy grass, and fresh air. But I always open a window when I'm burning this candle because it's very strong. And it was mixing, this is very natural floral. It doesn't have a sweetness really, but there is this like authenticity to having an actual lily. So I love that. And then this one is a sweet floral, a fruity floral. It has the velvet peony, pink camellia, leafy greens, and fresh blackberry. Where you can't really smell fruit, you get a nice sweetness that comes off this candle. So the sweetness, and like I said, it wasn't like distinctly fruity, but definitely present, mixed with the peonies and the lilies. It just was so pretty. Very spring, like it just smelled very like spring-like in my home. Like I had a little bunch of flowers that were brand new and not dying sitting on the table. But because I put this one out and it lingered for a little while, I pulled this one because of the blackberry note. So this is pink Prosecco frosting, and it has pink sugared buttercream, fresh blackberry, and chilled Prosecco. Now, for some reason, that blackberry really pulled into what I was smelling here. So this just gave it more sweetness. So I decided once this had like kind of rehardened and was ready to be relit, I lit all 3. And man, these two like each other a lot. Okay, so this is just a sweet, kind of gourmand scent. So kind of what we love like pink petal tea cake for was kind of what I was making with peonies and blackberries over here. It was gourmand, sweet, fruity, but very floral, and it didn't overpower anything. They worked just fine together, and it was more than just fine. It was really good. It was really sweet and pretty. I just thought I was having a moment with those candles. But with the lilies, it just really made it smell like flowers. Like I had gotten a huge bouquet of flowers, and they were so like fresh. So I loved that blend. I would like to do that blend again, but I don't have this candle or this candle. But I would truly recreate that blend if I get those candles again in the future. And then I think my last one, I did that one, was this one. So this was during the time I was doing my current burn reviews, but I still always am burning my candles. So I was doing a bubbly rosé, kind of like that whole pink Prosecco frosting in the peony candle. I had that going at one point. I decided to try these two together because this is a strong fruity, again with that Prosecco in here. I said, okay, let's do rosé, you know, flowers and champagne or whatever. And so I was finishing up this candle, which is Easter lilies, dew cover grass, and fresh spring air. And it was mixing beautifully with bubbly rosé, which is pink sparkling rosé, sweet blood orange, and a splash of cranberry juice. Just not too sweet, but very authentically like a drink, like champagne and fruit or whatever. So I love this candle. It's just one that I can burn with a lot of different things and blend. And I know that this is kind of different, but it really worked well for me. I mean, none of these notes like go together, like they should be intertwined, but they played well together as they were burning. And then this one was done. So I was trying to finish up a current burn review. I like to burn these at least 3 times. So the first 1 to 2 times I burn it all by itself, but then the third time I don't mind to mix something because I kind of know what I'm looking for in this candle. So if I smell this, it doesn't affect what I'm, you know, burning. I'm more burning at that point for just to see if the wax changes or the wicks or do anything. I kind of really know the scent by a third burn. I'm not sure if anyone else burns candles that way. So I was current burn reviewing Butterfly, and I'm telling you that these 2 candles played together just as well. So in this one, we have raspberry nectar, iris petals, and area vanilla. So take out the lilies and add the iris, and you kind of have the same thing. This is very sweet and floral. It's got a little bit of fruit behind it, but you do get like a raspberry vanilla after you smell the iris, but it's very sweet and pretty. So it was mixing with this like rosé and wine, you know, I keep saying wine. The rosé is like champagne, but also that little bit of fruit. So these were doing just fine. And again, that's raspberry vanilla and cranberry blood orange. So they didn't mix and make a scent, but they played well together, which is blending too. So I was okay that I could still smell these distinctly separate, but they were definitely making, you know, just a fruity floral sweet scent. So I really liked that blend as well. So, oh yeah, one more. I know I'm all over the place with this one. Sometimes I am, that's just how it goes. I was, again, just burning these because, you know, sometimes with floral candles, they really get strong. So those might be the ones you put up first, but you're still enjoying these fruity scents. So this was a scent where I was finishing up one of my single wicks. So I had Merry Cookie, which is just like a lemon sugar cookie scent. And I thought that would work with pink Prosecco frosting, which is raspberries and, you know, frosting and chilled Prosecco. This was nice. Like the lemon added to that buttercream scent really smelled gourmand, and then the fruit really kind of pulled through with the blackberry when I added the blood orange and the cranberry. So this was my final blend, and I really liked it. Like I said, all of these I put on the list because I didn't want to put them out. They were doing so well together, and that's kind of when like the accidental blending happens. Now, I didn't actually plan these, so a lot of these scent notes don't match, but I'm just telling you that as I was burning, putting one out, it was still like, I did put this out, but it was lingering in the air. I could still really smell the iris and the black raspberry. So then when I mixed it with the blackberry in here, I was like, oh, that makes a nice scent. So that's all that I have for this one. I'm sorry, it was all over the place rambly, but at least if you have some of these products in your collection, I'm not ever trying to get you to run out and buy things, but some of us already have these things. You could try them together and see if you like them even more than when you're burning them on their own. So that's it. Let me know down below if you guys have tried any blends with body care or candles lately that you like to share. Sometimes I write those down, try them myself, bring them back and share with you guys in another video so we all can learn from each other. That's why I appreciate you guys in that comment section so much. You really do leave me the most thoughtful comments, and I love that you share, so I feel like we're having a conversation. So thank you so much for doing that and taking your time out to do that. I really appreciate it. So let me know if you've been blending. Like I said, this was like a happy accidents edition, but they all really worked, and my house just smelled really sweet, floral, and fruity, and I really think those are like my absolute favorite combinations. So thank you so much. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in a video probably tomorrow. Bye, everybody.